Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. I know it's been a little while. As you saw there, I'm just giving you a little bit of a sneak peek of some of the papers that I'll be using in my journaling process today. And I actually got these papers from a seller on Amazon, and I will put the link to this product in the description box below if you want to have a look for yourself. Honestly, I think this pack of papers is great to have on hand for any kind of journaling that you do, especially if you like the vintage aesthetic. All of the papers look very vintage, and you can always distress them or whatever to make them look even more vintage. But I think these are great. Some of them have florals on them. Some of them have like vintage ladies on them. The larger pack of papers is actually double-sided, so that is very useful for journaling as well. So I won't talk about them too much here. I'm actually going to show you more up close later on in this video, but yeah, I will put the link to this product in the description box for you guys to have a look. But starting on this first page, I am journaling about making handmade paper. So this isn't my first time making handmade paper. I have been doing it off and on for several years. But this is the first time that I really dove in and learned all that I could about, like the best practices for making handmade paper and things of that nature, and like what the best paper to use is, how to make different colors and all of that good stuff. So yeah, I'm just journaling about that process. I found some, when you make handmade paper, you need these like blotter papers. They're called kuching sheets, but I've been looking around for some good ones. They basically are where you lay the paper after you form it. So sometimes the papers that they sell to you as handmade paper kuching sheets are very textured, and they kind of crinkle up your paper and stuff like that. So I've been looking for some good ones, and I finally found them. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm just putting some samples of my handmade paper on this page as well. So this is the first paper that I use from that paper kit. And I am just tearing the edges a little bit so that it looks a little bit more distressed. And I'm just going to glue that onto the page. So I'm essentially just going to use that as kind of like a background to my page. And I think it looks really good on this bluish paper that I had in my journal. So yeah, I just think this really belongs here. I'm using one of these blank labels on the page, and I'm not actually going to do any writing on it, but I just think that it kind of fills in that awkward space on the side of the page, and I'll probably write the date on it later or whatever. And this is actually a sticker that came with some washi tape that I purchased recently. So I'm putting that on the page as well, and I'm actually going to put a couple samples of the washi tape on this page, as well as the stickers that came on the top of the washi tape. I bought the washi tape from Amity Bloom. I'm sure everybody knows who that is, but if you don't, every now and then she sells washi tape in her shop. She just recently started doing this within the past year or so. She started making her own washi tapes, and I love them. So I try to scoop them up as soon as I can. They go so fast. She's really popular. So I just put a couple samples of those washi tapes, and these actually came off of the top of the washi tape, and I just saved the little sticker from the packaging. So I pulled that one up at the bottom, the purple one, because I felt like it was kind of getting lost on that gray page a little bit. So I'm putting this grid washi tape down. I think it's just nice to have this washi tape for backdrops or places to write later. So I'll do a little bit of writing on that later on. And now I'm flipping the page over because I want to do some journaling about the first tiger lily bloom in my garden. So this is my absolute favorite flower in my garden. And every year I get so excited around this time of year because I know it's about to bloom. So I always take a picture of my tiger lilies. If you've been following me for a while, then you've seen my tiger lilies many times, but this year they were just huge, like 6 feet tall and vibrant and beautiful, and they've multiplied quite a bit. Within, it feels like just the past year, they've multiplied, like doubled in quantity. So I'm really excited about that. They're beautiful and vibrant, and it makes me happy to walk in my garden. So yeah, that's what I'm doing some journaling about on this page. This piece of wallpaper is my absolute favorite wallpaper. I've been hoarding it forever. I'm not obsessed with the color, but it's a velvet wallpaper. It's just amazing. It feels amazing. And I'm finally putting it in my journal. I was never going to use it anywhere else, obviously, because I'm obsessed with it. And so I've been hoarding it for years. And I'm finally putting it in here because I think it's going to look great on this page. I added another paper from that pack into this little envelope with the window because the image on the paper just fit perfectly in that window. So, and I think it's really pretty. There's like, it looks like an old photo, but it's not a photo, obviously, of a lady with her 2 children in the garden. And I think it's just a great picture for this page. And then this is just a label that I had laying around in my pile of things that I want to use in my journal. I'm just stuck that to the bottom of the page, and I may or may not do any writing on that later. I'm not sure. This is actually just a printable washi tape. I don't have it in my shop right now, but I will eventually get around to getting my printable washi tapes and trims and things like that back up in my shop. I actually took them down because I'm working on some new digitals, and I want to kind of revamp my digitals because they were just not, I was not happy with them. They weren't terrible, but they weren't the best they could be. So I took them all down from my shop, and I am redoing them all right now. And I'm also making some new digitals, so definitely have a look at my shop and check out the stuff that I'm putting up because it is really exciting for me. So I backed that picture of my tiger lily on another piece of paper from this pack, and it's just a background paper, basically, one of the floral papers, but the floral was kind of washed out, so it just kind of looks like a background paper, but the color of it really looked nice with that wallpaper on the opposite page. So I just went ahead and backed that photo with that, and I put a little specimen label or whatever. It's just a printable that I had of a specimen label on that tiger lily photo, just for decoration. I put this linen down because it had that same kind of orange in the linen as in my tiger lily, so that kind of just brings the orange into the page. And this envelope I actually printed a long time ago. It's a digital. It's ironically, it's also from Amity Bloom. This has become my Amity Bloom page, I guess, but but she has lots of beautiful digitals. And you can have a look at her shop. Obviously, she is the queen of digitals. So I bought this a long time ago. I have no idea what the pack is called, but yeah, if you've never been to her shop, you should definitely have a look. Of course, she's not paying me to say that, so but anyway, yeah, I just had this little envelope I had printed off a long time ago, and I really like it, so I wanted to use it on a page, and this just happened to be the perfect page for it because the colors just look so good together. So this is a little ticket and a couple of other little things that I've cut apart over the years, and I'm just putting everything on the page just to kind of get all the colors to go together. So this little ticket, I have no idea where it came from. And this is just a piece from something else that I printed off that I sewed around. I'm trying to use up my stuff because I've just been sitting on it forever, and I feel like I don't use enough of it. So I'm trying to use as much stuff as possible that I've been collecting over the years. So I'm moving on to the next page. I'm going to be doing some journaling about going to my mom's house to go blackberry picking. So this is something that we do every year, and it's just a fun thing to do and to get my kids involved in. And we go out to her field. She has a big field out behind her house, which is actually all owned by my family. They've had it for forever. So we go out there and we pick from the blackberry bush that I guess my great grandfather planted way back whenever. He died in the early 70s, so it's been there for a while. We'll just say that. So this is what we do every year. It's something that I was really looking forward to, and I bugged the crap out of her for weeks and weeks about going out and going blackberry picking, but this year it seemed like it was taking forever to get warm out. But yeah, we finally did get to go out and go blackberry picking, and we did quite well, honestly. I think we ended up with like 8 pounds of blackberries. So at the end of all of this, the goal for me, at least, is to go blackberry picking and then to have my mom make blackberry cobbler. And it is amazing to have like fresh blackberry cobbler. It's just there's nothing else like it in the world. So we had blackberry cobbler. And then later on, she gave me some blackberry jam. So I've been eating blackberries for the past several weeks, just in every form. And it's always a really fun experience for me and for the kids. My daughter went out blackberry picking with us, and my oldest daughter watched the baby. So, and my son wasn't too keen on going out there and going blackberry picking, but that's okay. He knows what we're doing, and he enjoys the blackberry cobbler at the end. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. And so that's basically all I did on this page. I just put a linen on the page, and then had several photos from that day, but I only ended up putting one on the page. This is a picture of a sunflower in my mom's garden, and she has the most amazing garden, you guys. And if you are ever interested in seeing the kind of stuff that she does, she is on Instagram as well. Her name is Gigi Soil and Soul, and I will put a link to her Instagram in the description box. If you are interested in gardening at all, or if you like flowers and you want to learn more or whatever, or if you just want to get closer to me, because that's how you'll do it, is to get to know my mom. She also has an Etsy shop, and I will link all of her stuff down below so you can check her out too, because she does this day in and day out, and she does an amazing job. But the sunflower, you guys, was beautiful, and it was like red. And she said I gave it to her, but I didn't know I guess I just didn't know what I was giving her, because honestly, if I had seen this, I probably would have kept it for myself. But it's just beautiful, so I had to take a picture of it. I took tons of pictures in her garden, but that was the one I wanted to put on the page. So this is a flower that my son brought to me, and I think it is just gorgeous. I have no idea where he got it from. He probably got it out of somebody's yard, but he's 9, so I did want to save it because it's just gorgeous. I pressed it and then I laminated it later. And I'm going to use it on this page as kind of like a belly band, and I'm just adding some staples just to make sure that doesn't come up later. And I'm adding a little cut apart piece that I've sewn around at some point on the top of that, because I just happen to have them laying there like that and it looked really pretty, so I was like, okay, well, we're just gonna keep that. And then I'm adding one of these larger papers from the paper kit in behind that belly band just to give myself some writing space, and I think that page just looks really beautiful. So the last thing I'm going to do these pages is add a photo of my mom and my dad. I really hope that one day my kids will go back and read my journals, and so these journals are really for them. And I wanted them to remember this tradition of us going out and blackberry picking. So I'm adding their photos, and then I'm just going to add a little bit more printable washi tape in between the photos, just to kind of break up the page a little bit. And like I said, I will get this printable washi up in my shop soon. I'm working on lots of digitals right now. And on top of that printable washi, I'm just going to add a little label so I can add the date later. I hope you enjoyed that journaling session, and I hope you got something out of it. Like I said, I will show you more closely what you get in this paper kit, and I will also link the product information in the description box below, as well as my mom's information, her Etsy shop, her Instagram, and of course all the ways that you can contact me as well. And yeah, I hope you guys are doing well, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.